Hello, I'm Doug Shaw and welcome to the Locals Diaries Home Studio. Home Studio is an online creative space for us to make, play and share. Each week we'll look at a new creative idea and we'll work with materials you can find in most households. The main aim is to try something new, jump in and have some fun. We're supporting the Locals Diaries project, which is an archive project run by the London Borough of Sutton, which is keen to record how people are thinking and feeling in these rather unusual times. If you'd like to know more about the project, please take a look at the text below and we hope you'll join in and share your creative ideas. So let's move on to this week's session, which is all about collage. So what is collage? Well, it's an art form made by sticking different bits of colour onto a piece of paper or card or a canvas. You could use old photographs, clippings from magazines, newspapers, coloured paper, anything you like really, bits of material. I'm using scraps which I've cut from old magazines, so I look for the colour that I want. Here's a page with some orange on it. I'm working with yellow, orange and reds and pinks with today's design. So once I find the colour I want, I just cut it out or tear it. If you don't want to use scissors, I'll use scissors because I find it easier. And then put that to one side. Once I've cut the scrap out that I want, I just cut it into smaller strips like this, maybe with a bit of a wave in the line just to give it a bit more shape. And then I just pick up the pieces. Oh, I think I'll tear them this time, so I'll just tear them into smaller pieces and put them in the pot with my other bits of orange. So it'll take you a little bit of time to prepare enough material to make your design, but that's how you do it. So you might need some scissors, or like I say, you can tear the paper if you prefer. You'll also need a pencil, just so you can draw out your basic design on your paper, and you'll need some kind of glue in order to be able to stick your material down onto the surface. So those are the things that we need. I'm going to work on this piece of paper here, so let's just move my different colours out of the way for now. Now, because we've got quite a lot of fine weather going on, I'm going to use these nice warm colours, and I want to integrate a heart shape into my design. So I'm just going to put a simple heart shape there. Doesn't have to be too accurate because you won't see it when it's finished. It'll be covered up by all the pieces. And I think probably what I'll do is I might want to work on some kind of swirly pattern. So I'll just put a little line in there just to give me something to go on. And I think I'm going to work with my pink and orange colours inside the heart and then some yellow outside and radiating outwards. Let's see how we get on with that. So I think the first thing I'll do is I'll start with some yellow to get the edges worked in. So I'm going to need my pot of yellow scraps and some glue, and let's get a few ready and we'll give it a go. So you can see I'm starting to stick some of my paper scraps down, and I'm just putting a little dab of glue on each one, and then roughly at the moment just going around the outside of the heart shape. I'm not trying to match the shades of yellow up too much. As you can see, they're all a little bit different, and that's fine. Hopefully that will make the finished design look a bit more interesting. Now, as you might imagine, this takes a little bit of patience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on, and then when I've gone all the way around the outside, I'll come back and show you where I'm going to take it from there. As you can see, I'm making quite good progress. It's quite painstaking work, this, just busy cutting, sticking, thinking about the shapes and the colours. I'm quite enjoying it. It's quite a calming thing to do. I just thought I'd show you something. As I get nearer to the edges, I'm going to start looking for pieces with straight lines like that, so that I can kind of work up to the edge. But also maybe when I'm finished, if I go over a little bit, then it's not a problem. I can always trim back. But I thought I'd just show you that. So this is let's put this piece in now. Just put some glue on it here, and I'll just line it up with the edge of the paper there. So that's one way of getting a neat edge, or like I say, we can always trim it later if we need to. But I just thought I'd show you that. I'm going to carry on cutting and sticking down my yellow pieces. Here goes the last piece of yellow, just sticking it in there, and that's done. Quite a lot of work, so you can take your time over these kind of things, there's no rush. And obviously we're not doing this video live because it'd be pretty boring watching me just cutting and filling in all the spaces. But that's where we are, that's the kind of background, all the different yellows on. Now I'm going to start work on the heart. I'm going to put some red around this edge and then bring some orange as we get closer to the centre. So I'll just get those ready and we'll make a start on that in a sec. Okay, so you can see the heart outline taking quite a nice shape now, and I want to create a nice sense of warmth in the middle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start focusing on orange. I've got a nice round piece there. I'll stick that in the middle and then kind of work out from there. So you probably won't see much of that by the time it's finished, but there we go, a nice bit of sort of more intense hot colour there. And yeah, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work out and fill in those gaps and bring that heart shape to life. So I'll carry on doing that. See you again in a little while. Right then, just about finished. There's one tiny little gap there, and I think this piece should just about cover it. So let's put some glue on. And there it is. Done. Now that was quite easy to do, but it did take quite a long time, which is why I kept stopping the video and working on in the background, as it were. But I wanted you to see the full thing. Before I go though, I wanted to show you an example of a simpler design. And this is something that our daughter made many years ago, just using sweet wrappers. So it's a nice abstract artwork. And it's lots of very bright colours, and of course you can see as I move it around how it kind of twinkles and glistens, if you like, in the sun and in the different light. So that was quite a simple design. I think Kira would have just been very few years old when she made it, and we've kept it in our little kitchen gallery. So you can do something very simple like this if you want, or you can choose to do something along the lines of what I've done here and map out a design and slowly bring it to life. But whatever you choose to do, it would be great to see your work. If you want to share anything on social media, that would be fantastic. Don't forget to use the hashtag #TheLocalsDiaries, and we'll see you again for another Locals Diaries home studio soon. Many thanks. Bye for now.